That's usually the reaction. It's just, oh,
All right, now you're being recorded, so clean up the joke.
I don't have better jokes. I thought that was good enough. Okay. Thank you for coming out. I don't know, do you have a good time?
Yeah.
Tell your friends. All of them. All of your friends.
We're film people.
I didn't have friends before today. We were joking, we made a film festival so we can have friends. So thank you for showing up.
It wasn't a joke.
Where's the bar?
That's why it's funny. Okay, so we had a number of different categories. We tried to, I wanted to create what felt like an even playing field, letting you compete regionally for the similar kinds of films. Does that make sense? So Arizona filmmakers making short films on a micro budget are competing against Arizona filmmakers making short films on a micro budget, right? So like that's this room. we're all kind of competing against similar things, but we were fortunate. All in all, the numbers were something like this. We received about 57 films from around the world. Like 9, 10, 11 countries were represented. We ended up showing from about 5 or 6 different countries. On Thursday night, we showed the international films. We showed one last night. It was a feature film from Wales. And one of the things I really loved about this whole process was doing interviews with those who couldn't make it, right? The pre-recorded interviews. And there's a couple things I kept hearing. There were a lot of educators, a lot of people working with, like, I'm teaching, we've got this youth film program out in California or out in Wisconsin or whatever, lots of people in education. The documentary we showed last night, her name is Hester. He's a professor at a college and he made a documentary. His friend was coming back into the area. He knew he wanted to tell a story about this female farmer, and then the story was so much bigger than that. He didn't realize what it was, but someone in education. So that was an interesting theme I saw. Lots of filmmakers in education. One of the other things is a lot of the movies were premieres. They were world premieres. And I think part of that is we're trying to create a space for people that don't have a huge budget to show their work. And so, I maybe feel like we're doing something right.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was an applause line. I'm gonna have to take notes of that one. It was good. I'll practice that one in the mirror. Okay, so we wouldn't be able to do this without the help of a couple organizations. So we wanted to say thank you. The Safford Downtown Association, which David Bell's actually a part of. We wouldn't be able to have access to the theater if it wasn't for them. They're the ones responsible for the beautification of our Main Street, and they're working on the restoration of the Safford Theater Project, as they call it, and that's where you're sitting right now. Not quite finished, but you see the bones. It's gonna be great. So we wanted to give him an award.
And he's over there.
Yeah, there he is. You can share it with them.
Come on down, David. You get an award.
Speech.
He's the one who takes the pictures. That's why he's like, wait, what's going on? We are recording the video, so there's that. We also wouldn't have been able to do this without the help of the Graham County Chamber of Commerce. That's where we had our luncheon today. We wanted to hold a workshop yesterday. We tried to do that, but also that's who you hear outside. They're holding an event out here. They've been a big help. They help provide our chairs, among other things. So thank you to the Graham County Chamber. Okay, you want to tell me what we have, and then
Yeah.
we'll go in order.
Student film, Arizona.
Best student film from Arizona. No? You don't like that? Okay. David's ready to take notes. All right. Went to the blind date. Blind date was we showed it last night. It was a short film shot. I was able to interview Heido Orden. If you want to meet someone who's very talented, as a writer, executive producer, he's working out in the Valley. He started out as a student at GCU, now he's at ASU. So if you need someone who's writing and acting, go look him up.
Super clever film. Lots of blind jokes because the date was blind.
That was.
I know I spoiled it.
We're supposed to catch on early on. He does not catch on early on. All right.
Short film international.
Okay, our best short film international. So like I said, we receive films from all over the world. One of the things, if you've ever run a film festival, you might run into people asking for free submissions, right? In part, it's because we are filmmakers and we are broke. So running a micro-budget film festival, my heart goes out to them. It's like, I get it. But also, we have people from like Iran contacting us, and they're like, literally, I can't pay because sanctions don't allow it. We need to be surprised at the thriving film industry in Iran, and many of the films are controversial to our understanding of what the politics might be there. So we showed quite a few of those films on Thursday night, and so we wanted to give an award to a few steps further.
There's a lot of talent out there, just in filmmaking in general. It's funny when you see a lot of guys who are like, oh, that's like a really nice shot. They're kind of just shooting on like a Sony, you know, like some cube lights. I don't know. It's a cool film industry. The topics are not what you and I would think were interesting, but I don't know. Well, maybe you do. But it's a really talented pool of filmmakers out there. So next year we'll probably have some more fun if you guys can come see those movies, because they always ask. They're good movies, so we'll watch them.
All right.
Short film Arizona.
No, we can skip that. They're not interested in this. No, that's fine. This is why you're here, right? Okay.
This is
We had a
like
lot
the
of
big
great
one.
short films from Arizona.
Yeah.
I think we played 5 or 6 short films from Arizona, so it was great. So, drum. Bruiser.
We really felt that your guys' film kind of exemplified what it's like making movies on a budget, especially in our area. You kind of followed all the rules, you had a really fun story, and you played with comedy, which was, comedy's really, really hard, guys.
Have you tried to be funny
I mean,
before?
yeah. Like,
You guys walked into a bar.
but
Wait,
then,
I've heard this one.
but then do it on camera, right, and make it work somehow and make it cohesive. It's a difficult thing to play with, and we really appreciate it about you guys' film. So thanks for sharing it with us.
I need a second joke.
Feature film international.
Okay, so we had 3 international films that we played. And the winner is a world premiere. The Martin Decker Show.
Yeah.
What I liked about this film, I think it is the perfect example of a micro-budget film. They wanted to make a movie during COVID, which definitely was a theme for many of us, right? They had a lot of stage actors. They're from Wales, from Cardiff. Did I say that? From Cardiff. Yeah, so they had started creating this character that they were doing some YouTube stuff And then they realized, oh no, we have to make a feature. And so they started to figure out how to put this all together. It ended up being kind of a mockumentary shot with an iPhone and some GoPros, but it's brilliant, it's smart, and heartbreaking all at the same time. So, Martin Decker Show.
It's good. You can look it up. You can look up the Martin Decker Show on YouTube. They have like some.
You can see some of the clips. Yeah.
There's a lot of talent and heart that goes into it. It's kind of a British style of humor, so it's very funny but very sad all at the same time.
I don't want to ruin it.
Yeah, if you get to see it, it's really interesting.
And
Well done.
they haven't screened it. Screened, not the same thing. They haven't even screened it in the UK yet. So we got the first.
We were the first.
Yeah. All right. What is next?
Feature film United States.
Oh, best feature film United States goes to. We played 2 feature films. We saw one tonight and one last night, and that goes to Her Name Was Hester. Beautiful documentary. Some movies make it really easy to program. Like you can tell really early on, you're watching, it's like, okay, yeah, no, I'm playing this. You gotta watch it to the end, but it's clear. And that's just a beautiful film. I love it. It's screened a couple places before. Hopefully it's out in the world streaming sometime soon.
It should be soon.
It's fantastic.
It's best of festival.
Do we want to do that now?
It's up to you.
Yeah, let's work up to it.
That's it.
Is that it?
That's it.
Oh, best of festival. A couple years ago, I'm totally ruining it. A couple years ago, when we're sitting down and we're planning everything out, we're talking about all the different awards we want to give out for the festival, and we're sitting down with David, and he's like, "You're gonna have a best of fest, right?" Yes, of course we are. It hadn't occurred to me, but yes. Also goes to the Martin Decker Show. So, fantastic movie. This is fantastic.
Alright, that's it.
That's it. We're so thankful you're all our friends now. If you don't have each other's contact information yet, let's make sure we get it before we go. But thank you for coming out. And thank you for submitting your films.
Thank you for hosting.